2024 has been quite the interesting year for All Elite Wrestling. They've had multiple pay-per-views. They've had multiple big television programs. Quite a few matches have stood the test of time, depending on your preference. And with 2025 on the horizon, just a mere few days away, and the Max deal about to come through. There are going to be simulcasts on TBS and TNT networks, as well as Max, hitting people from two different sides. They're going to be fisting them from both sides. And if you've ever been fisted from both sides, you know that you're not going to even be able to use the Jennifer Bodies method and sit on a bag of frozen peas for a week. It's not even going to help. I don't speak from experience. I will be taking no further questions. But that being said, before 2025 arrives and fists us from both sides, as I said, we must talk about the final pay-per-view of 2024. A banner year, depending on your definition of banner, for All Elite Wrestling. Let's do that. I'm John Redland with my All Elite Wrestling World's End 2024 predictions. Let me know your predictions in the comments, please. Don't know why I didn't just say AEW in the intro, but I decided to go All Elite Wrestling. Also, they have a version of Forbidden Door is going to happen in New Japan. After Wrestle Kingdom 19, they're going to do Wrestle Dynasty. So I'm going to be doing predictions for those. So we're going to have a three-headed Hydra within like a goddamn week almost. It's going to certainly be unique, because there are people on the show that are also wrestling on one or both of those shows. But that being said, I'm not here to talk about the up and down, nature of the All Elite Wrestling product. And I also do want to say before I dive into these predictions, no, I didn't review Dynamite this week because it was the holidays, it was taped, I saw enough of the clips, so let's just move on. 8 matches as of now, that's really what we have right there. I expect them to add about 12 more on Rampage. I kid, of course, it'll probably be a few. And yeah, Rampage is ending, so that's certainly going to be interesting to see what they do with that hour block of programming. But honestly, Rampage becomes such an afterthought. Speaking of which, these predictions will become an afterthought if I don't crack on, so let's go with that. Takeshita defending the AEW International Championship against Powerhouse Hobbs. Why I said it like that, I have no idea. I've watched a lot of British horror this year. I think Takeshita's going to win. I think the match will be interesting because Takeshita has the size to be able to work with Hobbs. And Hobbs has had one of the most muted returns. I mean, they had a chance here, and it's really kind of mind-blowing that they didn't do right by him. Maybe this will be a well-worked match. In fact, I think it will be a well-worked match, but I just fear that the crowd will be into the idea of these two guys clashing more than any kind of story. And yes, not every single match needs a story, but it just feels like there are some people that are stuck in a particular rut, and they haven't really advanced very far. And Takeshita doesn't feel that much more important than he did when he first won the title at WrestleDream. I was there. It was a big goddamn moment, at least for him. We were thrilled. All 6,003 of us in a 22 to 23,000 seat building that they used half of. Hooray. Takeshita will win. I think we could get some, possible interference, but Takeshita will win because I don't see any reason why going into Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty he would be losing. There we are. So Ospreay and Fletcher in a Continental Classic semifinal, gold versus blue versus red versus blue thing. No, I know it's not red versus blue, but I think Fletcher could win, but I think Ospreay is going to end up winning for this reason. Because I think Ospreay, facing off against the winner of the following match would be the right way to go. Now, you could have Fletcher in the finals, but really after Ospreay lost to Fletcher, I think Ospreay gained some revenge here. Maybe possibly being attacked backstage a little bit later after his win, and then going into it at a disadvantage would be the proper way to go, but Ospreay getting a little bit of revenge over Fletcher, continuing this feud, I think would be pretty nice. So that's where I'm going. Now, Ricochet versus Okada. It's another Continental Classic semifinal. I mean, besides Ricochet trying to lean into a gimmick of another bald idiot, and if you have checked his Twitter today, you know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. It's not a gimmick. The man dated Tessa Blanchard, so maybe we need to get Samantha Irvin away from him. Yeah, that's my holiday cheer right there. But nevertheless, Ricochet and Okada. Okada versus Trevor. Fuck, I'll just call him Trevor. He looks like a Trevor. a douchey Trevor, not a good Trevor. There are plenty of good Trevors out there. I think Okada's going to win because they need to at least have it where he gets to the finals, and then if he loses his championship, it is what it is. And then you just go on from there. But, Okada must get into the finals, bitch. And, yeah, that's really all I have to say right there. In case you can't tell, I'm kind of cracking some more jokes and just having a little bit more fun with this because I bought the bundle of Full Gear and World's End just because I was like, okay, save a few bucks. Didn't really have a reason to, necessarily avoid doing that. And otherwise, I might not even be watching World's End. They really need to get a better package deal for Max so we can have, the pay-per-views at least for a discount price. They're not going to be cutting into that much of their revenue at this point. They really need to be a lot smarter. I think Okada's got the victory, but there you are. Mercedes versus Statlander. TBS title. Mercedes is going to win. I mean, Statlander winning wouldn't be the worst thing, but, Statlander rescued Willow, further proving that heel turn, that wasn't the worst idea in the world, just was completely nullified. So now, we got Statlander here, a face again, and okay. I mean, they had a good match before. It's just a little bit odd. In fact, it's very odd that they're doing this again, but all right. Let's go with Mercedes against Statlander. Why the fuck not? Mercedes wins. It just, because Statlander could and then could face off against Willow and we could have this, but then Mercedes is also going to be wrestling on that, Wrestle Kingdom 19, Wrestle Dynasty Supercard Duo thing, whatever. It's all a mess. So, it's going to be Ospreay and Okada in the Continental Classic Final. I think Ospreay's going to win. That way, Okada does not have the title anymore. After holding it for pretty much the entire year after beating Eddie Kingston, Ospreay gets the chance to hold another championship. Fletcher and him can have maybe a series. Do a best of 5, best of 7 series over the thing and really determine who is the best of the two. There you go. That carries you on television, possibly to Revolution, because they're not going to run another pay-per-view till Revolution. Carry it from, and don't do it at the simulcast, but have it, layered and have the blow-off at Revolution. And then if you have Fletcher win there, Ospreay can go, build himself back up, go for the world title. Fletcher can have the title there. It makes sense. You can have Fletcher against Okada here, but we just saw that in the Continental Classic, so I don't know. MJF versus Cole, Dynamite Diamond Ring match, and just please end this. I mean, Adam Cole will probably win, but does anybody care about this feud? Do the people involved care about this feud? The Brochachos thing was fine in the summer, and even up to All In. But when we didn't get a turn, and I'm not saying they need to nurse it along, even if Cole hadn't injured his ankle at, Dynamite Grand Slam, this thing was on borrowed time. The devil stuff was stupid. It didn't end up serving a purpose. Cole went off to have his ankle surgery, came back, almost healed. MJF came back as a face of Double or Nothing, laid him out. And then MJF was back to being a heel again as the America's champion. And then Cole came back. It's just, this whole thing is a mess. I think Cole's going to win because now somebody else will hold the Dynamite Diamond Ring. But then it's going to make, MJF, none of this has helped MJF. Nothing is going to help Adam Cole at this point. It's just not working. So I think Adam Cole's going to win, but god damn it, this feud has been bad. Mariah May against Thunder Rosa in a Tijuana street fight. Yeah, that's that word. Tijuana street fight. It's a tiny Tijuana street fight. We're going Borderlands here. Look, I love Thunder Rosa. What a fucking talent. Glad she's getting to be on, on a pay-per-view broadcast in a wrestling capacity because she's been doing commentary for a while and been trying to get herself ingratiated back into the fold. And is an incredible talent. Mariah May has had a career year. A great goddamn year here. I think that Mariah is going to win. I am not against Thunder Rosa possibly winning, but I think Mariah winning would probably be the only way you could go. Tony Storm could end up inadvertently interfering, which I think will end up happening, or causing some kind of distraction. You could have Mariah and Tony pair off, but then you have Thunder Rosa as champion, which I'm for, but then I fear that they will just give her a short reign. So I think Mariah's going to win here, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And Jon Moxley, Jay White, Orange Cassidy, and Hangman, a fatal four-way for the world title. I do not care about the Test Rider stuff. No, I don't. And I will not pay much attention to another random four-way that involves people I don't really care about. No, I won't. So, yeah, Jon Moxley's going to win. And then Darby will run in and will tease something for, like, maybe the simulcast, and Darby will win on the big simulcast episode or something. Jon Moxley's going to win. So there you go. There's your predictions. Let me know your predictions in the comments, please. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.